folks. Australian Grand Prix finishes with Lando Norris winning it, Verstappen second, Russell third, Albion fifth, and rookie of the race. I have to say, Kimi Antonelli had a brilliant race. Brilliant. He finished fifth after a 5 second penalty that made Williams Albion finish fourth. But he was fantastic. Of course, Austin Martin Stroll finished sixth. This guy's name is a bit difficult. Holberg, Hol, Hulkenberg finished seventh in the stake kick, and Charles Leclerc, Ferrari finished eighth. Oscar Pilastri finished ninth, and Lewis Hamilton finished 10th. That's the final point position. Of course, Alpine Gasly finished 11th. Racing Red Bull, Tsunoda finished 12th. Ocon in the Haas finished 13th. And of course, Rookie Man, Beerman, whatever, finished 15th. And of course, a bunch of unable to finish racers. Lawson, Bortoleto, I think that's his name. Alonso, Sanz, Hajar, and Johan. But of course, for me, the talk of the day has to be Kimi Antonelli. I think what my man has done, Toto has done brilliantly, which begs the question, did Hamilton make the right choice by moving to Ferrari? I don't know. But I have to say, safety car came out a lot, like a lot. I think safety car came out about five times, I think, maybe 7 times. I'm not entirely sure. 5 times safety car was out, which caused a lot of chaos. And of course, there was a whole weather issue. It rained a little bit, wasn't going to rain. And at one point, Lewis Hamilton was in pole position. It was a tire issue, so he went back to the pit lanes to change his tires, and everything was chaotic. And I have to say, the saddest bit about this is Oscar Piastri. He was second. McLaren were 100% sure they were going to get like 1 and 2. That would have been great points for the Construction Cup. But at least he's got into the the position points. That means they're still ahead. But then again, Mercedes-Benz really did well. I mean, top 5 finish for both drivers. Rookie finish for Kimi, as I already said, brilliant. But yet again, Hamilton and Charles Leclerc, Ferraris are still struggling. And which begs the question, did Hamilton make the right choice? I don't know, but we'll see. He's probably getting used to the car. He'll get better as the race proceeds. But I think it's pretty much obvious that we knew that Lando Norris, Max Verstappen were going to finish in podium place. I just assumed Oscar would be there with them. And at the beginning of the race, it seemed like Oscar and Lando were going to take that 1-2, and then Max taking that third spot. But Oscar couldn't get that podium after that almost crash he did, where he got stuck in the grass, and but he managed to pull himself out. But I have to say, I commend him for being lost and outlapped. He finished 9th. That's pretty impressive. And of course, Gasly, Tsunoda, they had brilliant race throughout most of the race. They were in the top 10, top 7 at one point. With that whole chaos in lap 47, where everyone had issues with tires, and it was raining, was not raining, get the wet tires, get the hard tires, get the medium, was chaotic. And I guess their plan didn't work out. The same thing happened to Hamilton and Charles Leclerc. They risked it and stayed on when everybody went to pit, to get those wet tires. And then they were like, oh, let's go pit. And then they just lost the plot from there on. They couldn't keep up. And I have to say that, the top 3 was obvious for me, but Russell somehow snuck in a podium spot. Williams Albon did great in my opinion. He got lucky because of Kimi's 5-second penalty. Stroll doing well. Another rookie that did surprisingly well. I think I should have bet on them too. I did not think that any of the rookies would finish top 10, if I'm going to be honest with you, but I am very much impressed by Kimi. Like I said, he did really well, Toto, by picking this kid. But I have to talk about Red Bull. Red Bull are not going to win the Construction Cup this season like they didn't last season. They didn't last season because what the fuck is going on with Lawson? I feel like they should have given that Red Bull spot to Tsunoda because he's more experienced. They gave it to Lawson. I guess he was faster and quicker on the test and whatnot. He was just horrible throughout the whole race. He didn't. Not even once was he impressive. I'm not surprised he's out. Not surprised at all. But I am really surprised by Hulkenberg, if I'm saying that name right, finishing seventh in a stake kick car ahead of the two Ferraris. That is very impressive. So these two rookies are going to be worth the watch all season. But I have to say, for me, driver of the race has to be Kimi. He was fantastic in my personal opinion. And yes, Norris wins it again. So congratulations to him and the rest of the Red Bull team. He's gotten what they need and he's done very well for them. So yeah, great points for Lando Norris. 25 in the back. I'm still a bit concerned. Why did they take the whole fastest lap point thing? Why is it out? I just found out that during the race that it's no longer viable. You no longer get a point for having the fastest lap in the whole race. So that's kind of lame in my personal opinion. But nonetheless, it was phenomenal. Melbourne, Australian Grand Prix is over. Lando Norris takes the win. It's been fun. I gotta go get some sleep. Stayed up way too early for this.